Well, we know that we are in the midst of a real estate upcycle, but there are companies which are doing something quite special in their performance thus far. And the guest that we have today, his company clocked in a very strong quarter with a significant jump in operational performance as well as profitability, but also is guided to very strong numbers on a fully paid land bank for the next 10 years. Ganesh Housing is the company in focus, and Shekhar Patel, the MD of the company, joins us right now to talk about what they've done in the quarter or the year thus far. More importantly, what they will do in the years to come. Shekhar, great having you. Thanks for taking the time out. Uh, and congratulations on a strong quarter. Uh, so, based on what you've done thus far in FY22 and 23 and the plans that you have for the next 10 years, are you of the belief that your company as well is in the midst of a strong upcycle?
First of all, thank you, Neeraj and BQ for giving me this opportunity. As a whole, India as a country is growing. India was underdeveloped country. India is now developing country, and India will become developed country in near future. So overall, you see in developed countries, real estate share in GDP is around 18 to 20%. And right now, Indian GDP, real estate share is around 7 to 8%. So there is a huge scope for real estate sector to grow in India. Currently, Indian economy is around 3 trillion, and we are striving to become a $5 trillion economy. So real estate will also participate in that expansion, and real estate sector will be around $1 trillion. By 2030. So it's exciting time ahead, very good opportunity for real estate sector, and we at Ganesh, we are fully prepared for this next 10 years. We have done our homework, we are working on some projects, so we are ready with now few exciting projects.
Yeah. Clearly, and I want to talk about some of these projects, Shekhar, but first, I looked at your plan. What you've done in 30 years, which is 24 million square feet, you have guided to delivering more than that in the next 10 years. Now, talk to us a bit about the market that you're operating in and what gives you the confidence that so much of development will have a market to absorb it.
Look, overall, Indian real estate sector is 0.25 trillion, I think, currently. It's around 20 lakh crore, and Gujarat share is 1.4 lakh crore as per the RERA data published by the Gujarat RERA. So, in that, Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, Ahmedabad is the financial capital, and Ahmedabad has 40% share year on year. So, Ahmedabad real estate market is around 60,000 crore, all put together, residential, commercial, and retail. So, there is a lot of scope. Last year, our sales were around 600 crore. That's 1% of the market. So, there is a lot of opportunity in Ahmedabad, and we have, in last so many years, we have gathered good land parcels in the company. And we have planned our projects. We have recently launched one IT SEZ project. It's a service industry SEZ where development potential is around 14 million square feet. Out of that 14 million, we'll do 7 million for IT service sector and tech company. That project, that 7 million square feet, our model is a lease model. And we are planning to rent that space. We are developing that 7 million square feet in 7 phases. So one phase will be 1 million square feet, and we expect revenue around rental revenue around 70 crore from one phase, and our spending land is fully paid. So our development cost per phase will be around 300 crore. So put together in all 7 phases, total development will be 7 million square feet, and rental revenue we expect is around 500 crore when we finish all the 7 phases. We will launch each phase every year, of course, based on the demand. But there is a huge demand and a huge scope is there already. So we are confident that we can do that. Rest 7 million square feet in SEZ. Out of that 7 million, we are planning to develop 6 million square feet residential space. That we'll do on a sale model, and 1 million square feet for mall, hotel, and service apartment. So it will help commercial space also, and it will help us generate cash flows also. So from rent residential sale, we are expecting around 3,600 crore in all phases put together. Total 6 million square feet. We'll launch one residential phase each year and one commercial phase each year. So all put together, our total ITSEZ will be 14 million square feet. Our total development cost will be around 3,400 crore rupees, and cash flow from the project from residential sale we are expecting 3,600 crores, and lease rental around 570 crore rupees. So this project will give us our balance sheet and the company better grounds in the real estate sector.
Would you need to have any large amount of fundraising for executing any of these projects? I know the land bank is paid for, so there you don't need to invest any money. But the construction, would you need to raise any kind of money for the same?
As I told you that my first phase of commercial, our development cost will be 300 crore, and first phase of our residential, the sale value will be around 500 crore rupees. So, in a way, that 500 crore rupees cash flow we'll use for the residential construction and commercial construction. So, I don't think we'll need funds for this first phase. And currently, we have some cash surplus in our balance sheet as well. So, I don't think we'll need cash. Any bank loan or anything for the first phase.
Okay. When do you expect sorry, you're making a point?
No.
Okay. When do you expect the revenues to start flowing in? Would it happen, say, post FY25 when you are able to take a larger portion of the booking revenue in, or could it happen starting FY24 itself? Also, part 2 of my question, please correct me if I'm wrong, but is the current revenue mix coming in through sale of land predominantly, and would that is what will continue in FY24 as well? Or do you expect development revenues to start coming in FY24?
So, Neeraj, our overall business strategy is we are working on 4 different verticals. One is this SEZ development, one is commercial and residential development, project development, one is township development, and the fourth one, that is our business model, is land buying and selling. So that land buying and selling is one of our business vertical, and we are doing it from many years, and it gives the company very good returns in investing a land and selling a land where we are not going to develop that land. So that's our business vertical. Post-COVID, you can see from our balance sheet that land selling revenue is around 80% and the project revenue is around 20%. But the way what we have planned our projects and what I can see in next 5 to 7 years, this thing will change. Our land revenue will, our project revenue will increase, and I think in next 5 years we will be having 80% revenue from the project and 20% revenue still will have from the land. That is our business model.
Okay. And therefore that will continue, I presume, and because it is giving you the right returns. Fair call. Yes. So when do the revenues from the development start coming in meaningfully? So your phased out plan, there are multiple things, so it gets a bit tough for an investor to understand. When do you think revenues start coming in?
So revenue is already there in our balance sheet. Last year our total revenue was 600 crore. The project we have just completed residential project. We have booked that revenue last year. We will complete one residential project this year. So we'll book that revenue this year. We are launching two residential projects, one in ITSEZ and one is on some other location. Launching that project in this year, and we are doing now for residential projects and our commercial project. We have taken a call that we will do all the construction from precast technology. So our Malabar 3, the project we have completed, that took us 23 months from the start to end. And the Malabar Exotica, which we will complete this year, that will take us 22 months to complete that project. So going forward, we are planning to complete our residential project or a commercial project within 24-month time frame. So our revenue will start booking. We have already project revenue. We'll book this year residential project revenue, and the next project, because the new income tax law, or you can say new accounting policy. Now we have moved towards the project completion method. So whenever our project complete, then only we can book our revenues.
Yeah, but I think the sales numbers, the pre-sales numbers that you do will probably give an indication of where you're moving. So let me try and understand that, right? Last two questions on the conversation. One, FY23, arguably, as I can see, was probably your best year, and please correct me if I'm wrong, both on the revenue front as well as on the way your profitabilities improved, the PAT and otherwise. Now, from where you are right now, Shekhar Patel, where I know you can't predict what the individual quarters might do, or maybe even FY24 or 25 might do, but is there a target that you have in mind in terms of the revenue size that you will be of, say 3 or 5 years down the line? You have given us an indication of 28 million square feet of development area. What would it translate to, say, in terms of revenues, say maybe in FY27 or 28?
I can tell you that we are in next 5 to 10 years, we are planning to grow roughly around 20-25% CAGR.
Okay. And this would mean the revenue upticks, which include both the development income as well as the rental income that comes in.
And land income, land selling, land buying.
Yeah. Sorry, I forget. That is also an important part of your business. Okay. One final question. You've entered into a strategic partnership with Tishman. I hope I'm getting the name correct and the pronunciation correct. Tell us the rationale for this, the benefits that come as a result of this, and are you looking for more partnerships like these?
So, Tishman is one of the largest commercial real estate developer in the world right now. They are a US-based company, and they have operations in 200 different cities. Most of the Fortune 500 companies, they are their client somewhere in the world. So, for our ITSEZ project, as you know that Ahmedabad is not IT destination like Bangalore or Hyderabad, or you can say Pune. So we want to make Ahmedabad as an IT destination. Already there is a lot of IT companies, but they are small companies in Ahmedabad. Their demand is there, but we want to bring larger IT companies into Ahmedabad and make Gujarat also IT hub. That's why we want to use expertise of Tishman Spire, because they have done a lot of ITSEZ, one ITSEZ in Hyderabad, and their number one client is, I think, Apple, and they have other clients also. So we want that expertise for planning and design what international IT companies require in an IT building. And we need their expertise to market our project internationally to larger IT companies. So this will be a win-win situation for us and for Tishman Spire.
Got it. Well, interesting delivery of numbers thus far, Shekhar, and we hope that you can improve or even you can do or even improve upon the guidance that you've given. Thank you so much for sharing those numbers
Thank
with
you.
us and your time with us, and all the best for the quarters ahead.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you very much.
And the pleasure was ours. Viewers, thanks for tuning in.